What's up, you data friends? It's Yanis here and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to go over how you can build this Streamlit app from scratch. So this app uses Python in order to call Binance API and then pull some cryptocurrency data in your local environment, then run regressions per pair and identify positive, negative, and flat trends, and then visualize the data over here. In this app, you also get to select the interval, the lookback time in terms of number of days, and also a symbol to visualize over here. So Ethereum, for example, we click on Run Regressions, and this is going to go over in Binance API, pull the data for all the pairs we have listed, run regression, identify the trends, and also print the Ethereum scatterplot with the regression line. Now, please note that in the previous video, we went through all of the functions needed in order to create the app. So we created, I think, 3 or 4 different functions. And then in this video, we are going to put all of those functions together in order to create a Streamlit app. So if you haven't watched the previous video, I suggest watching that video first, that we explain the functions, and then watch this video that we explain how to create a Streamlit app. As you can see, it finished with the Ethereum, and this is the Ethereum scatterplot. However, Ethereum has a negative trend and a very bad R-square, so we shouldn't really use our regression model for Ethereum. We should actually use it for these symbols over here that have high correlation. Right, and before we start this video, let me just say that if you're passionate about data analytics and data science, then please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and enable notifications for my future videos. Right, starting with the libraries we need, make sure that you have all these libraries installed on your local environment. If you are missing the Binance.client one, then please run pip install python-binance, run that, and then restart your kernel so the library is going to work. Right, coming down here again, the next thing we do is that we specify our API key and secret. So what you should do here is that you should go over in your Binance account, click on Profile, Account Management, API Management, and then create a new API. That new API is going to give you a key and a secret. Copy that, paste it over here, and then run this command over here in order to initialize the Binance client. Next, we need a list of pairs. So the way I got this list is that I created this function that gets the top 50 symbols in terms of volume from Binance. And then I run the function, I get the list of the top 50, and then I paste them in our code over here. Next, we have our function to pull data from Binance API that we have explained in the previous video. And then we have our function to run regression and categorize the trends, which again, we have explained in the previous video. So try and watch that video first in order to understand how these two functions work. Next, we create this main function over here, which is going to be our Streamlit app. Over here, we start by setting the page configuration into a wide layer. The reason we do this is so we can use all the space in our Streamlit app. Next, we are adding an image, and this sidebar image is called pick one, and it's actually this image you see over here on the sidebar. Next, we are adding a selection box for the interval, and these are the options. And we are also adding a slider for the look back days, with the minimum value being 1 and the max 30. So this is the selection box, and this is the slider over here. Next, we are adding another selection box, which is going to be the symbol to visualize, and the options is basically the crypto pairs, which is all these pairs over here. So if we expand this, you can see we have all of those pairs listed over here. And the last thing we add is this run regressions button, which is this button over here. So if somebody clicks this button, the run regression, then I want to start by running our categorize trend function, which is this function over here. And then the inputs for this function is actually going to be the crypto pairs, which we already have, is hard-coded, the interval, which is going to come from here, and the lookback time, which is going to come from here. Within this function, the categorize trends, we actually have the previous function, which is this function, which is actually getting the data and then running regression and categorizing the data. Right, next we start with our main page and we add an image called P2, which is this image you see over here as our banner. Then we are adding a title, which is this title, and then we are also removing some of the top padding so we don't have empty space. Next, we are splitting our page into two different columns. As you can see, we have this column and we also have this column over here. So on the left-hand side, with column 1, I want to print our data frame. And I also want to add a title called regression results, which is this title you see over here. The data frame is this data frame, and the data frame is actually calculated above here by running our categorize trend function. Next, on the second column now is where we're going to have our scatterplot visual. So we're going to start by adding a title, which is the scatterplot 4. Symbol to visualize is going to come from over here, and it's going to come from over here. And then the actual data, where is it? Over here, is going to come from our get Binance data function. So we only gonna get the data for this symbol. Then we're gonna run a new regression model. So this is the ordinary least square, which is basically a regression model trying to minimize the error, so the residuals. And then we are going to store our predictions into regression. And then we are going to plot everything. Again, we have explained this code in the previous video, but first we create a scatter plot with the actuals data, which is all the dots you see. And then we are also plotting the line, which is basically our predictions, our regression data. And then over here, we are just running our main function, which is basically all of this code you see above here. Now, in order to make this work, in order to deploy this, we're going to have to create a new file, and this file is going to be a Python file. And then we are going to use Visual Studio Code in order to run it and deploy it. To do this, I'm going to copy all of our code over here. Copy and then paste it, rename this one into Binance and then v2 and then rename it. Then I'm going to do file, save all. Now I need to find this file on my PC and then put it in the location that I have all of the other files, basically my pictures and also any other files that I'm going to use in the same directory. Mine is going to be, where is it? PT, and then it should be somewhere here. So Binance Regression 2. I'm going to cut this and then I'm going to paste it into the file location I want, which is this one in my case. And now I need to open this one using Visual Studio Code. So make sure you open the whole folder of that file location. Otherwise, it's not going to be in the same directory when you go to run the file. In my case, again, is the Binance regression. Select, there we go. This is our file. Next, you need to copy and paste your API key and secret over here to make this work. So I'm just going to pause the video and then come back again. There we go. I have pasted my keys in. And the last thing we have to do is that we have to say Streamlit run and then the name of our file. In my case is Binance Regression 2 now, the new one. So I'm going to copy this, paste it, and then .py. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to first click run to see if everything works and I don't get any errors. and then I'm going to create a new command prompt. And in this new command prompt, I'm going to paste it. So Streamlit run Binance regression v2.py, click enter, and this is going to open a new tab in your browser, which is going to have our Streamlit app. There you go, this is our app. Now I want to test our app, so I'm going to select hourly data for the past 8 days, and I want to visualize XRP, for example, click run regressions. And this is now running. As you can see, it's going to pull all of those symbols we gave to the model, which is basically all of this list. Is going to run regressions for all of them. It's going to store the results in a data frame. It's going to print the data frame over here. And then it's also going to make predictions on the XRP USDT symbol. Is going to plot it over here with the regression line. There you go, you can see it finished running, and we have all of our regressions. We have the trend coefficients, we have the categories, so the negative, flat, and positive categories, and we also have all the R squares, so we can see which model is actually doing the best. However, I would not recommend using this analysis to take any decisions. This model is so that you can use it to gain more insights when it comes to making a decision. You should not use just this model, you should use a combination of models before you take any actions. Which actually in our next few videos, we're going to try and cover a lot of different models when it comes to trading or investing. Right, so this is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've gained enough value out of this. If you feel like you did, I would really appreciate it if you click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and enable notifications for my future videos. If you have any questions or any ideas, then please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video.